You know, I like to point out that the prison system is just an extenuation of a chattel slavery. Um, I don't see any, you know, I don't see any difference between the two. And so, what I do think is this: that so when we speak of the criminal justice system, um, it's just a name, it's a euphemism. Um, when you think of justice, you think of, you know, a person, you know, being convicted, or maybe, you know, doing time in prison and coming back to society, paying their debt to society, and coming out to live a peaceful life. But that never happened. And while this person is in prison, there's no such thing as, because there's no concept. At one time, there was a concept that, you know, played with the idea of rehabilitation. But there's no such concept now in prison. It's all about revenge. You know, it's not about rehabilitation. It's about, you know, recrimination, bringing about, you know, reprisals on the people who have been convicted of crimes. So when you think about, you know, what needs to be done with the entire system, I have to think that the system itself, first of all and foremost, need to be revised. With regards to myself and you know, the justice, and you know, it was 31 years, 29 in solitary, for crime, you know, and which, you know, was very questionable. They knew it was questionable. I knew I was targeted because I was a member of Black Panther Party, but you know, it wasn't unique. I wasn't an isolated case. I mean, during that time, you know, cases like mine, and not to minimize it or play it down, but it permeated because J. Edgar Hoover had the idea that they wanted to get rid of any person who was involved, who was a militant, who was a member of the Black Panther Party. So you know, with that in mind, I was a target by the system. So it was, there are politics involved in almost everything. Some people think, but it was more politics involved um, in you know, the system coming after me than in the average person. Many people think that politics, you know, they don't want to become a part of it. They're not politicians. They don't want to become a part of politics. They don't have anything to do with politics. But you know, nothing could be further from the truth. Politics plays the biggest role in everybody's lives. I mean, if you're not a political prisoner, you're a political victim, or you're a citizen of the politics of that country. And if the politics are base, if they're gross, or whatever the politics are, you become you know, a product of that. You support that, and so forth. But I don't support that system. You know, being I don't support a system that have a tendency to debase in the name of justice. Um, there is, you know, I don't think that there is justice in debasing any individual. Um, don't get me wrong. You know, I do believe in the ultimate karma. I believe in, you know, I do believe in laws, but I believe that I do believe in discipline. I believe in rules. I think people have to live by some type of, you know, governing rules, even if it's self-governing. But I don't think that these rules should become the deity of a person's life, because in the final analysis, it is not the principle or the rules that make society. It is the society of individuals that make these laws and that make them applicable, you know. And I do believe that the people have the decency to effect and change laws, and to effect to get the type of justice that really should be. I think people have the power to, if not eliminate, they could change prisons. They could change the so-called criminal justice system. They can, I mean, people voices, when it is made known, it carries weight. I think there's no greater force than the collective voices of the people who set their mind and heart on eliminating a certain ill. When this is done, I don't think nothing, no politician, no police, a force, no local, no national, no international force can really eliminate you know, the desire that people have when they come together to eliminate a certain ill. And police have a legal right. They get a legal right from the administration, from the system, to carry out their duties and their orders in a manner that is prescribed by police as no nonsense. When they are trained, when they train police, they're trained not to shoot to maim, but they're trained to shoot to kill. So when you think in terms of police, you think in terms of police has been having the legal authority to do what they will to citizens. And they do it in a manner, as I said, that's legal. And people seem to think that when something is legal, it is moral, it is holy, it is correct, that it is a gift that it was given by some deity. But, you know, it was legal to own slaves. You know, it's legal to enslave people in prison at this present day, and it's legal to convict people who have committed no crime or who are just has been allegedly convicted of allegedly committing a crime. There are many people in prison who are actually innocent. There are people who have been sentenced to die and who have died in the American electric chair, or whatever you call it. And evidence has surfaced that these people were actually innocent. So when you think in terms of police, you have to think in terms of people operating out of a legal mind. A legal mind that has no place for morality in most cases. That people have to be not reactive. They have to be encouraged to be proactive. Because if you gonna react, you could because you're only gonna react when something happens. It be one thing, you're gonna be one jerky individual. But if you are proactive in trying to eliminate this cause, join the hordes of other people across the continent, across, you know, who have the same voice, join in with them, and at that rate, that you are every day, because something is going on around the country every day. So when you tweet, Twitter, or whatever, you email someone, you connected with someone else who is, you know, some other individual who are also monitoring police. So every day, it's an ongoing process. So you can't be reactive. You have to be proactive.